advent of no excuse early voting and mail-in voting. Arizona was a leader on that starting in 1994. But after Adrian Fontes was elected recorder following his defeat of Helen Purcell, who had been the recorder for a long, long time, the
30 years.
The Board of Supervisors took over some of the responsibilities for elections from the recorder's office. And then so now you have this bifurcated system, which probably isn't very efficient. And then when Stephen Richer was defeated Adrian Fontes and you had a Republican back in the recorder's office, for whatever reason, the board did not give that power back to the recorder. Is that part of the problem, that you have this separated system, and shouldn't it all go back to the recorder's office?
Well, I think whether the board knows it or not, it would probably be in their best interest to give that authority back over. Though the real root of this comes from the way Arizona law is structured. So elections in Arizona are a cooperation between the county and the recorder, the Board of Supervisors and the recorder in each county. And there's a few functions that each side is responsible for that the other can't touch. So voter registration, for example, is only the recorder. Vote tabulation is only the direction of the board. So both of us are separate, but for the vast majority of election functions, under Title 16 of the Arizona Code, almost every section begins with the words, the recorder or other officer in charge of elections, which means for most election things, it could be the board or it could be the recorder. And that vagueness in the law was actually intentional. They wanted to leave it vague so that each county, the board and the recorder could negotiate out and figure out what was the best way to run elections in their county given their needs. And so the way that we resolve that issue and decide who's responsible for what function and how we're going to cooperate is done through a contract called an SSA, or a shared services agreement. And every county enters into between their own board and recorder to divvy up these functions.